The demonstration began at around 9:30 in the morning, but as the heat soared in the midday sun, so too did tempers as some of the protesters started targeting Gibraltarians as they tried to drive across the frontier. Footage widely circulated on social media show flag-waving crowds surrounding a locally registered car while chanting anti-Gibraltarian slogans. Eyewitnesses say demonstrators banged and scratched the car, with one man appearing to lean into the driver's window to say something directly to her. The woman stops and gets out, clearly distressed, and charges at the group of men. One of these is wearing a high-vis Jusapol jacket, and while she's being restrained by a police officer, the Jusapol demonstrator attempts to kick her. And this is not an isolated incident. Local commuter Thomas Johnson was on his motorbike at the frontier queue when he says several protesters set upon him.
At which point I was stationary and I could see in the peripheral vision that there was people pointing at the back of my motorbike, and they were just saying, "Mira la matrícula, Janito, cógelo, afuera de aquí," and all the nasty words under the sun that you can imagine. They started slapping my helmet, grabbing the handlebars of my motorbike.
Mr. Johnson says in trying to escape his attackers, he accidentally knocked over some speakers, after which the demonstrators began to chase him.
And I could see in the wing mirror they were literally sprinting behind me. I drove as quickly as I could past the Guardia Civil control. The police stopped me. All the protesters that were trying to chase me caught up with me. I felt very intimidated, very threatened. They were, telling the police to arrest me, to jail me, to get all my details. They started saying that I assaulted them. I felt very intimidated and threatened, and that something bad was going to happen to me.
Natalia Ruiz said she was harassed by protesters as she drove past them with her young daughter asleep in the car.
This man waving the flag on my windscreen. I opened the window and I told him, look, that I have a child sleeping at the back, to respect it and stop doing it. And then he said que no costumbre con esta bandera, que esta bandera va a estar pronto allá adentro. To which I responded, to stop the harassment, because I have a child at the back and it's not the place. And as I was about to cross, I told the Guardia and the Policía Nacional, and they just literally ignored me.
GBC arrived at the demonstration minutes after these incidents occurred, when the more antagonistic faction of the crowd had quietened down. The focus of the demonstration soon turned to the speeches, and although the issue was a local one, there was also strong nationalistic overtones which occasionally spilled out into the crowd. One of the Jusapol speakers told GBC why the Policía Nacional and Guardia Civil were arguing for parity with regional police forces.
Es una asociación que une a la Policía Nacional y a la Guardia Civil, que son los dos grandes cuerpos del Estado español. Nos encontramos aquí por una sencilla razón. De unos meses no, de unos años aquí, nuestros compañeros aquí en la línea, y concretamente la línea y Algeciras, la zona del Estrecho, están sufriendo contra el narcotráfico, están sufriendo por la inmigración que están llegando y que todo el mundo puede ver en televisión. Estamos aquí dando la cara y trabajando. Sin embargo, lo estamos haciendo por un sueldo muy inferior al de otros cuerpos autonómicos que hay en España, que existen en España, como son los Mossos de Escuadra, la Policía Foral y la Ertzaintza. Simplemente queremos decirle a nuestro gobierno que no podemos seguir trabajando y seguir soportando este ritmo de trabajo por un sueldo muy inferior, que simplemente queremos, por el mismo trabajo, cobrar el mismo salario, que todas las fuerzas y cuerpos de seguridad que existen en España deben de cobrar el mismo salario porque hacen exactamente el mismo trabajo. Y aquí, ahora mismo, donde están sufriendo nuestros compañeros en la línea, como he dicho, es donde queremos dar el golpe en la mesa y decirle a nuestro gobierno, basta ya y hagamos justicia. Mismo trabajo.
The Gibraltar Police Federation later tweeted that in conjunction with the forum members of the Sindicato Unificado de Policía, SIAT and the GGCA, it strongly condemns the actions of Jusapol at the frontier today. Meanwhile, in a statement, Number 6 says it's asked the RGP to liaise with its opposite numbers in La Línea. The Chief Minister says he's reliably informed that the ultra-right-wing political party Vox were present to hijack the demonstration for their own political ends. The government says it considers it highly irresponsible to use the frontier on either side in a manner which affects the flow of traffic. Fabian Picardo said he's invited the female driver who was filmed being harassed by the protesters to speak to him about her experience. He condemned the unacceptable harassment at the border and said he will not let the matter rest and will be taking it further. The protests may have come to an end, but given the outrage expressed by many on social media, the events witnessed today could well have repercussions at a political level.